Hello, welcome to the class of Cybersecurity Foundation. Today we are going to discuss about steps for risk management. So in previous class we have discussed about what is risk management process, and now we will discuss about the steps for risk management. So here we will discuss about these three steps. So the following are the steps for risk management: the risk identification, analyzing risk, risk prioritization, risk ownership, risk mitigation, and the risk monitoring. So these 6 risk management processes steps combine to deliver a simple and effective risk management process to an organization. So let's discuss about this one by one. First is risk identification. So risk identification is the process of spotting, recognizing, or classifying potential risk which may affect an organization. So it involves identifying all the positive and negative risk. So it provides the opportunities, indicators, and information that allow an organization to raise major risk before they adversely affect operations in the organization. So here are the key steps that are necessary to effectively identify the risk. The first one is understand what to consider when identifying risk. So we have to consider the important systems of an organization. Next, we have to gather information from different sources to identify the risk. Next step, apply risk identification tools and techniques. Next, document the risk, and the next step is document the risk identification process, which is used to identify the risk. Next is assesses the effectiveness of the risk identification process. Then assess the effectiveness, what impact has been done over the risk by this risk identification process. Next is the analyzing risk. So risk analysis is the process of assessing the possibility of an adverse event occurring within the corporate, government, or the environmental sector. So here the risk analysis carry out in 2 steps. So in first step, one must first identify the possible threats that organization may face, and in next step then estimate the harmful effect that these threat will cause over the organization. So estimation of the threat can be calculated like by a risk value. So risk value is equals to probability of an event into the cost of the event. So probability of an event is the occurrence of the event. Next is the cost of event, means if that risk will occur, what effect will be, what damage it will make over the organization. So this is the estimate risk value, the probability of event into the cost of an event. So the risk analysis is a complex process, but it is also essential planning tool. So the complex process because organizations have to draw on detailed information such as project plan, financial data, security protocols, marketing forecast, and the other relevant information. And it is also essential planning tool, and it can save time, money, and reputation of any organization. So next is this risk analysis is useful in many situations, like while planning projects, while deciding whether or not to move forward with the following project, and next is while improving safety and managing potential risk in the workplace. Next is while preparing for events such as equipment or technology failure, theft, staff sickness, or the natural disaster. And last one, while planning for changes in business environment such as new competitor coming in the market or changes to the government policies. So this is the analyzing, how to analyze the risk. Next is the risk prioritization. So here the risk prioritization is a method in which risks are ranked over the appropriate scale according to frequency or the severity of the risk. So here the objective of risk prioritization is to prioritize the identified risk for mitigation, and it can prepare us to connect the most dangerous situation first and make plan to correct lower ranking hazard in the future. And this risk can be prioritized with both qualitative and quantitative methods. In qualitative methods, risks are present in the written description, and in quantitative method these risks are calculated by the numerical probabilities of the risk consequences. So in qualitative, the risks are present in the description form, and In quantitative, these are calculated by the numerical methods. So the risk prioritization method should consider the following factors. First one is the probability of the risk occurrence, and next one is the consequences of the risk. What are the impact of the risk over the organization? Next is the cost and resources required to mitigate the risk, or to calculating the cost which is used to implement such risk management processes. So this is all about the risk management process. Thank you.